Yo guys, what's going on? Got some more BT6 Double Diamond gameplay for you guys. I'm on the right playing an AguBond list, although you might not be able to tell right now since all I did for that first turn was hatch a Demi-Meramon and then pass my turn by playing Marcus. My opponent on the left, what seems like to be a yellow deck from the Pikmon there. I do apologize for the glare. I hope that's not too difficult to see. However, we see a Manoa played for 4, so my friend here is actually playing Eosmon yellow, so we'll kind of see how this deck does against AguBond. I'm going to start with 3 memory on my turn and then go ahead Digivolve my AguBond and then go into the promo Greymon. That guy is really strong, being able to get security attack +1 just by being on top of an AguBond, and then the Demi-Meramon gives him an extra 1000 boost, so he will swing for 2 checks 6000, so there's a decent chance he'll survive. Now my opponent is just going to start with 3 memory because of the Manoa and then play an Eosmon level 5 for turn. The Manoa's effect triggers, allowing you to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add any tamer. I believe it's any tamer. Might be white tamers, but I do believe it's any tamer. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Or an Eosmon card, meaning any of the level 4s, 5 or 6 Eosmon. So it's really versatile card and helps you get advantage very quickly. Now I'm going to start my turn and then swing with the Greymon and then suspend Marcus to gain 1 memory, and then in security I'm going to hit a Morphomon, so surviving the first check and then hitting a Manoa on the second check, so then we're living both the checks, which is pretty sick. Got huge value out of the Greymon, and then I'm just going to activate Transcendent Sword for a cost of 7, deleting the Eosmon. So the way I have the deck build is sort of like a security control build, so you'll probably see lots of option cards hit the field, lots of tamers as well. So my opponent is going to start with 3 memory, unsuspending all of his tamers, also playing the Takumi there, since you can search any tamer with Manoa. So then we're just going to see a Cutting Edge played for 6. That is a wide option card that lets you play an Eosmon level 5 or lower from your hand, and then depending on the DP of the played Digimon, you get to delete something on your opponent's side of the field with equal or less DP. So it's a pretty versatile card. Lets you play a card from your hand and then also trigger Manoa at the same time, and then also delete an opponent's Digimon. So you see there's like 3 different interactions going here. So we're going to proc the first Manoa, and then you see a Spiral Masquerade on the field, like revealed from my opponent's deck. So he is playing lots of the yellow stuff, yellow good stuff as we like to call it. Spiral Masquerade, Starmons, Pulsemons, all that good stuff, just to try to spam the field. And then the second Manoa is going to proc, adding the Eosmon level 6, the big boss monster, to my opponent's hand. So I'm going to start my turn, draw my card for turn, hatch another Demi-Meramon, play an Agumon Expert, and then use Expert's ability to get back the set 6 Agumon that lets me, when you have Bond of Bravery on top of it, it gets security attack +1. So that's definitely the best Agumon in this deck. And I'm just going to play my copy of Tai for 3. Tai says if I bring out an Agumon or a Greymon, I get to gain a memory and draw a card at the start of the turn. So putting me up to 4, hopefully, next turn. Now my opponent is going to swing with the Eosmon, play another Eosmon from hand, and then here we go again, triggering the Manoa. So you can see how this deck kind of steamrolls. Unfortunately, you do whiff a lot in this version of the deck, just because you're playing lots of different yellow cards. You saw like the Wyvern's Breath and stuff, but in the pure version of Eosmon, which you could, depending on who you ask, that might be the best way to run it, you pretty much never whiff. So we're just going to see another Eosmon level 6 added to hand. And then the first security card is going to be checked, and that hits a Flamemon in security. Flamemon's really cool. He's very versatile. Lets you search your Marcus, your Tai, as well as your Agunimons, because since you are playing a huge tamer account in this deck, you already know I'm playing my boy Agunimon. And then we're going to see a Reinforced Memory Boost played for 6. That card is so crazy. Unfortunately, not the best 2 reveals. You basically get to reveal 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose 1 to go on your security stack and 1 to add to hand. But then it also has the delay effect of gaining 3 memory. So then my opponent will pass it back to me, and I'm going to start my turn with 3 because of Marcus, and then probably bring out the Agumon depending on what is in my hand. If we see the Bond of Bravery in there, then that will most likely be coming down this turn. So I'm going to gain a memory, draw a card, And then I'm going to swing with the Agumon Expert at security for 1000. I also do lose one memory because of the Takumi, and then I'm going to hit him Morphemon security, and Professor Agumon, or Agumon Expert, is going to end up dying. But that's okay because I'm just going to go into Bond of Bravery for 3 because I've got the tie on the field. I can warp straight into it just by trashing the top 2 cards of my security, and then Bond of Bravery is going to attack, and then now we get the on attacking effect, getting to delete one of my opponent's Digimon with 13,000 lower. Since I do control a tamer, that will be deleted, and then first the effect of Bond of Bravery will trigger to trash the top card of my opponent's security, and then he will check 2 cards because he has security attack +1 from the Agumon, getting rid of a total of 3 of my opponent's security cards. So you can see why these cards are so insane, both the Bond of Bravery and Bond of Friendship. And lastly, I'm just going to end things off by Transcendent Sorting my opponent's Eosmon, and then since I am above 0, since I have security basically, I am going to die due to the effect of tie, because once you warp, you need to have fewer than 1 security card. I think it's 1 or lower, but anyways, I have too many right now, so Bond of Bravery is not going to survive, and then we're just going to pass over to my opponent. So he's going to start his turn by just Digivolving into the Salamon, a really, really nice recovery option, assuming I don't kill him the following turn, assuming I don't have an Agunimon or anything, or anything with Rush, which I'm not playing anything with Rush in that deck, but maybe a Bushiagumon or something might be a pretty cool option. So my opponent is going to play the Pulsemon for a memory cost of 3, and then using its effect to gain 1 will essentially be a memory cost of 2 because you have 3 or lower security cards, putting my opponent to 5 memory. And then we're going to see yet another Reinforce memory boost played for 6, revealing the top 2 cards of the deck, another Morphemon and an Eosmon. So Morphemon, poor little guy, is going to go into security, and then the other dude is going to be added to hand. So I'm going to start with 3 memory because of Marcus, flip over my Sakudomon, who's another cool egg that says if this Digimon is level 7 when attacking, gain a memory. So that's really nice with the Bond of Bravery, just being able to gain a memory off of just swinging. So then I'm going to go ahead, go into my Agumon, Digivolve that, and draw a card. I'm going to then Digivolve my Marcus into an Agunimon for 2, swinging at my opponent's security, hitting his last security card, and actually surviving since I knew it was the Morphemon. Wanted to get that out of the way. And now I've got 2 Digimon in play, plus the tie on field, and then I'm just going to Magnadramon, recover 2, and that is just such a strong play because now my opponent is at 10, which is unfortunate for me. He's got 2 Digimon on field, but I've got 3 Digimon in play plus the tie. Pretty sure another Agunimon, or maybe not. It's possible. We'll see in a second. But regardless, then I'm going to recover 2 with the Magnadramon. My opponent is going to just start by playing the Eosmon for 5 and then using both Manoa's effects, which is extremely annoying. So we're going to see top 3 flipped over, and Manoa will then be able to add either one of the tamers there, and then the rest will go on the bottom, and then the second Manoa will also trigger. So we're going to see Manoa grab the Takumi here, and then the cards will go on the bottom, and then we'll see the second Manoa trigger. But my opponent does have 3 Digimon in play, but only 2 of them can attack. The best thing he could do here is go into like his Eosmon level 6, since we know he has that, and then blow up one of my Digimon, but even then it won't be enough to prevent himself from losing in the following turn. Unless he has something like a Spiral Masquerade as well. So we're going to see a Spiral Masquerade, just as I was saying that, played for a 4 cost. So that will allow my opponent to reduce things on my field by a total of 9,000, since he does have 3 Digimon in play. So potentially stacking all of them on the Magnadramon, or outright killing the Agunimon with the 6,000 DP and then putting 3 on the Magnadramon. But he does have the Pikmon underneath the Salamon, so I think the correct play here would be to stack all 3 of them on top of the Magnadramon, swing with the Salamon, simultaneously get recovery and reducing the Magnadramon by the last 1,000, killing it. So first, we're going to see the Reinforcing memory boost, gaining my opponent 3 memory, and then swinging at security minus 1,000 on the Magnadramon, and then he should also lose a memory off of the Takumi here, because he did swing with level 3. We're going to catch that in just a second. But then Happy Bullet Showering is going to trigger insecurity. It's going to kill everything with the lowest DP, so it's going to kill both the Pulsemon and the Salamon, and then the Salamon will use its effect to recover +1. We're going to see another Takumi played for 2 memory, and then probably going to see another Eosmon hit the field. Nope, first we're going to see reinforcing memory boost, procced for 3 memory going to 4, and then my opponent will finally drop the big boss monster from his hand. So Eosmon will be dropped for a 5 memory cost, which is a really nice play since now he's memory choking me since I got rid of the Marcus. We're going to also see both Takumi's procced for the first time and drawing my opponent 2 extra cards. And then Eosmon says you can then stick Eosmon level 5 or lower from your trash onto this Digimon up to the number of tamer cards on the field, which includes mine as well. And then if you stuck 2 or more, you get to then delete any Digimon your opponent controls. So we're going to see 2 stuck to the bottom of the Eosmon. The Agunimon is going to be deleted, and just like that, I am out of Digimon. But with that move, my opponent has put me to 1, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that is all the memory I need. I will actually gain another memory with the tie, and then of course draw a card as well if I choose to bring out the Agumon. Eosmon also now checks 2 security cards. I believe it gets security attack +1 for each 3 materials it has, so it will check multiple security cards plus its 13,000, which is really strong. But I'm just going to bring out the Agumon, gain the memory, and draw a card off a tie, and then swing at my opponent's last security. Now my Agumon is going to die, but I am at 2 memory, guys, so we're just going to see an Agunimon for a game. So guys, that's going to be the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.